Today we're going to be checking out a cordless air compressor. It's called the Fanttik X8 Apex. This is the package it comes in. It's actually quite nicely presented. We got this little user manual that explains how to use all of the features, battery power percentages, valve types, things like that. The little baggie that it comes with is quite versatile as everything fits in there, and also you have a separate little pouch or pocket that you put smaller accessories in, which is velcroed here, so it's quite nice and velvety. Here's our accessories. We get a pretty short little USB Type-C charging cable, a Presto valve adapter, and the needle for like balls and things like that. Here we have our main line that goes from the compressor to a wheel stem, and it is quite high quality. Everything is metal, including these parts too here, so very nice high quality parts. So the compressor itself is good size. It's got a good weight to it. On the bottom we can see all our specs here, and also the charging port, 3 amps. Also, this acts like a power bank, which you can feed power output here, 5 volts, 2 amps. Also, you can charge your phone or whatnot else. Pretty versatile. We got the yellow edition, which has these 2 little lines here around the buttons, the display, Fanttik branding there with their slogan. Back is quite clean. We got a little more information about the device, and you guys can see we can pump all the way to 150, but that's going to be for like bikes. Venting on the sides and on the top. Very nice design. Also venting here. This is the output, the hose, and our light here that you can turn on and off, and also it blinks like SOS style. So let's go ahead and power it on. So we got really large font. The battery's full. This is the pressure that it's sensing, and then this is the selected pressure. So it starts off with manual mode, which you can push up or down to select what kind of pressure you want, or you can cycle here through, choose the different kind. So this is a vehicle, so it's going to go to only a certain amount of PSI. So if I go all the way up, 50 is going to be the max for vehicle. The next one is motorcycle, and the maximum for that is 43. And then we got a bike, which here we should be able to go a lot more, and you guys can see it keeps going and doesn't stop. And yeah, you have to be careful with this, as if your bike doesn't handle this kind of pressure, which these Presto style stem bikes, road type I guess, can do this pressure or somewhere around this area. But I think they're normally around 100 or so, maybe 90. But yeah, depending on what you got there. As you guys can see, it can go all the way up there. And also the last thing we have is ball, which on ball it doesn't let you go more than 16, you know, so you don't explode the ball, and it goes as low as 4. So yeah, each setting has its purpose, but the manual one, which is just nothing, you can go here to anything you want. So well, let's see how low it goes. So the lowest we can do is 3 psi, and the highest on manual is 150 as promised. So yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so this is the light here. So if we click that, we can see the light turns on, and it's a very good amount of light. It's not crazy bright. For nighttime, it'll definitely be pretty bright. And if we click the light button again, it's going to go into this SOS style blink, which is kind of like alternating of different patterns. So, but yeah, that could be quite helpful if you're stranded out somewhere, just trying to, you know, grab attention. But yeah, other than that, we covered pretty much everything. The bottom does have a piece of rubber right here, so when you are using it, you can stand it like this, and it'll, you know, kind of vibrate standing up. So our hose just screws in right here, and you can just hand tighten this, and it should be good enough. So putting the adapters on is pretty simple. They just spin on, just like that. Same thing for the ball. Very easy to use, and yeah, this thing looks quite strong, so that's good. But yeah, and then charging is obviously simple as plugging it in and then into a power source. So I've noticed that if you plug it in into a lower than 3 amps kind of charger, it will still charge, but it'll take a while. But the good part is that you can still charge it off of pretty much anything. It'll just take longer, but the higher amperage it has, the faster it'll charge. So I pumped up all my tires here on this vehicle. Let's go to this Tesla here and we'll see. And again, a pump like this is more made for topping off. Obviously, can fill up a whole tire, no problem. Makes it a great little emergency pump to have in your car. But for topping off, this thing is amazing. And as I connect it, maybe you guys can see it's a little flickering there, but it's 37 psi in this tire. And we're going to 45, so it's as simple as clicking the middle button once. And it starts pumping, and this is the sound of it. It is a little loud, but it's not crazy loud, if that makes any sense. Put it down, you guys can see it kind of vibrates or walks around. It's not a huge deal, I guess, but it'll eventually settle down and kind of sit in one spot. And it's going pretty quick. We're on 39 already. It's not going to take it long, maybe a couple minutes here to fill this tire up to 45. There we go. So yeah, that only took like a couple minutes tops. And as I disconnect the valve there, you guys probably can see the pressure drop. And there we go. And it has a very seamless way of coming out, as it doesn't let any air bleed out. I don't really hear anything bypassing. So yeah, great little design here on the stem connector. So another thing that this thing is great for is pumping up tires like these. And these are little Jetson electric bikes, and these need to be constantly pumped up like every 2 weeks or so. They kind of deflate themselves. Yeah, this pump here makes it really easy to just top them off. So yeah, this thing is really useful around the house, and as I connect it, there was no bleeding of air through this thing, so whatever it does in there does a great job of not releasing air. So we can see that we got 33 in there, so probably for this tire, I would get probably 40s should be good enough. So this will top off really fast. There we go, so there's 40. For something small like this, I mean, it's instant. It literally took seconds to top that off, so yeah. And for the last part, we've got a ball here that we can inflate also with a needle. I'm just going to stick it right in there. And you guys can see it's at 0 because it's pretty much deflated. So let's go ahead and choose the ball so we don't overinflate it. And you can see it's at 8 psi, which is about right for this ball, but you know, you can adjust it as you want. So we're going to click it on. Actually slow down at the end. Oh, that's actually cool. I didn't actually know that it does that, which it slows down at the end when it's at a lower PSI like that. Super cool. So the ball's at 8 and feels perfect actually. Very nice. Pull it out. You guys can see it bounces pretty much perfectly. So yeah guys, this pump is awesome again. And it really does the job with all your pumping needs around the house. And having this bag here, put it all up, and you can actually throw this in your car just in case you need it, or you might need to help somebody out. You'll have it with you, and also some power just in case you need to charge something. So yeah, and also obviously the light, which is really cool. I really like this thing, and I was a little nervous that, you know, the price is a little high, but they sometimes do have deals, which is great. But in my opinion, it's worth what they're asking, as the quality of the materials and the pump itself is on a high level. So, and you guys can see we're still full after pumping a few tires and a ball. So the battery does last quite a bit for just topping things off. So after I pumped a bunch of tires, you guys can see we got a little temperature icon there, and this is the battery that's left. So this is 2 cars that I topped up. So yeah, it does look like it have protection for overheating, and it is quite warm. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna cool off and then start charging. Yeah, pretty cool. It seems to be pretty smart and preserve itself from doing anything that's not healthy. Alright, if you guys did enjoy this video, then hit that like button. If you want to pick up the X8 Apex for yourself, check out the links below. And if you enjoy videos like this, stay tuned for more. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.